I want to bring George into this group because we talk a lot about affiliate marketing and funnel building and everything like that. But he specializes in something that's a little bit different, which is high ticket coaching and consulting. And he says his tagline is, he teaches you how to scale to 74,000 a month without one-on-one consulting with high ticket sales. So I want to know how that is even possible. First of all, that line got my attention. And he's also a GroupConvert user. So yeah, GroupConvert.
Woo!
Woo! All right, hey guys, hey Angelique. Guys, if you're here live, #live, smash that heart button. I want the rest of the group to benefit from this interview because, you know, how do you get to 74,000 a month in high consulting? Like how? So I know that some of you might not relate because you're still building out your value ladder, but the trend that I see everyone doing, not everyone, but a lot of digital marketers, is that eventually when you get to a certain point of having a knowledge base, having some products, people ask you for the high-end ticket stuff. They just ask if you even have a program. So I want George to help us with that today. Hey, George. So for those of my group who don't know who you are, can you give us a little bit of like a background, origin story without us reading expert secrets? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of crazy because I'm normally the one doing interviewing in my group, so it's kind of nice to be interviewed in someone else's group. So appreciate that, Kim. So my name is George, everyone, and for the past 5 years, I've been like kind of working out how can I go from not wanting to work for anyone, you know, don't want to get a job with anyone because I don't think I'm very employable at all. And how can I go from that to like having an online business, being able to serve clients all over the world and actually make a lot of money in the process, but make a lot of money in a way that's kind of simple and easy, and in a way that really resonates with me, in a way that I can actually transform someone's lives on like a deeper level. So that's kind of been my journey. Like, how do I go from like nothing, absolutely zero? Like my parents they have no money. Like they literally have no money. Money was always like a big point of lack for myself. I don't know if that's the same with a lot of you guys watching this, whoever's watching this. Like my parents didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't have like a security blanket at all. So what was really important was like, how could I build something for myself so that I could support my family as well, because they didn't have anything basically at all. Like my dad's house is taken from by the bank and all this kind of stuff. So it's pretty awful. And that's kind of what spurred me on to learning about, okay, how can I generate income? But more than that, I guess instead of just talking about the money stuff, like more than that, what really sparked all of this is my interest and love for marketing and the ability to create products and sell products online, and the ability for someone to actually go through and click buy and buy some products. So my first ever business was a clothing company, and that clothing company is actually still around right now. I don't actually do anything with that company at the moment, but it was a clothing company, and as an e-commerce brand back in 2012, I used Twitter to build a lot of influencer marketing with that business. And I was selling basically organically, like through organic traffic, through Twitter, through famous people wearing the t-shirts and stuff. I was selling quite a lot of t-shirts on this website, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so cool. I know how to do this. I was like, I just know this stuff. And then because I was a retard, I didn't have a clue what business was or anything like that. I obviously used all the money I made from the t-shirts to go traveling on holiday and stuff like that. And so when I came back, I didn't have a single penny to buy more t-shirts. I had like, literally zero money. And I was like, oh no, because people actually wanted to buy these things, but I didn't have any money to buy the stock. So anyway, that was my first introduction into business. And I thought, okay, well, this is great, but I'm kind of less interested in like selling a physical product on a website, because the thing is, the margins in that business model are really, really low. And you have to sell a lot of volume of those products to actually make any money, to actually support yourself financially. And I didn't have a job or anything at the time to like support me financially, right? I was actually still at university. So I was like, kind of like, what the hell am I going to do here? Like, I need some money. I don't want to go and like work in like a bar or something, because that will take me away from what I wanted to do. I wanted to like make money online, build a business, this kind of stuff. So that's when I was still at uni, in the third year of uni. I was speaking to a friend and he was like, oh, you did some cool stuff with that t-shirt company, man. Like, you kind of know what you're doing with social media. And why don't you and I set up a social media agency? I was like, okay, that sounds kind of good. And we can deliver a service and we'll charge, you know, a decent amount of money for the service. Like, I think it was like $500, it's something like that to start off with per month for someone to like just literally post stuff on their Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, this is cool. So we actually got an office, and I lived in a place called Cardiff in the UK, which is like this really cool town where like there's loads of students there. So it's really fun. Like, you're going out all the time, like loads of music events. Like, it's a really cool place. And we were there and we had an office. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm so cool. I've got an office. Like, yeah.
You're legit.
Yeah, legit. I was legit because I had an office. And the thing was, like, we weren't making that much money at all. I was making like $1,000 a month, you know, something like that to like pay for my rent and all this kind of stuff. And I was having to go in every day to the office, right? To like go into work every day. And I was like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. going into work. And I had a business partner at the time. And the thing was, we didn't really vibe too much. We're friends, but we didn't vibe in terms of the vision of where we wanted to take things. I wanted it to be more automated, more online. And he wanted to build like a physical agency, like a place where you would go and like you would have a team and all of that kind of stuff. So I quickly realized I'd built myself a job, and I was walking to work every day like, oh, this is so bad. This is horrible. I shoot me in the head. And then that was when I said to him, I turned around, and I remember it was like a conversation I had with him. I turned around and he was sat there over there and I was sat over here. And I said to him, I was like, look, mate, I can't do this anymore. Like, this isn't what I want to do anymore. And just a little backstory, in the background, I was learning about sales funnels. I was like studying online about sales funnels and like what this stuff is about sales funnels, because I was in a traditional social media agency where we would go into a business, like speak to them physically, like talk to them. And I thought, this is really slow. This is really rubbish. Like, I don't want to do this. So I learned about sales funnels, and I started learning, okay, whoa, I can use a website like online to like attract a client, and I can get a client. I can sell something, doesn't matter what it is, but I can sell something online using my marketing expertise. And so then I turned around to him and I said, look, man, I'm not going to do this. And it was one of the scariest decisions I've ever made in my life. It was like super scary, because once I walked out that door, I had literally nothing. Obviously, he paid me a couple thousand to leave, like as my little like payoff packet or whatever you can say.
Yeah, severance package.
Severance package, yeah. I'm having a grape. Who else likes grapes? Type in the comments if you like grapes.
Great. Hashtag great.
Oh, Rich, you've been to Cardiff. Cardiff, rugby capital of Wales. Yes, Simon. Yeah. I'm eating more grapes. They give me happiness. Anyway, so I walked out that door and I was like, I have £2,000, it was GB, to my name. And I remember cycling to the local park. There was like a park just down the road. And I remember cycling there. And I literally remember like there's like a lake, like a river, like in Cardiff, it's called the River Taff, and there's like a river that runs through this park, and it's really beautiful, like stunning. And the sun was shining over the water, and I was like staring at the sun and the water, and I was like, oh my god, like I have nothing. Oh, but I'm really happy. I was really happy at the time, right? I was so happy because I made a decision that I knew was a good decision for me. So I don't know what, you know, everyone on this call is about, but sometimes we have to make those really powerful decisions that are really horrible at the time, but they're also like really good for us as well. And that's why I say to a lot of people who might be deciding to work with us or something like that, the decision's kind of scary sometimes, but you have to make those decisions so that you can grow. So anyway, I'm carrying on with the story. So I left that place and I was learning about sales funnels in the background. And I was on this guy's list, on his email list. And this guy was like really interesting because he was helping people to start these, like, they're called freedom businesses. And I was like, what is this freedom business idea? And his name's Timothy Mark. So if you're going to go check out Tim, if anyone knows Tim, he's a legend. And basically what Tim was saying, he was like, hey, look, you can have a business where you can live wherever you want. You can work wherever you want. You can work with clients wherever you want. And you can literally travel and do all that. And that really, really appealed to me at the time. And I was like, right, when this guy launches his program, I'm going to, like, hopefully I can afford it. Like, hopefully I can afford it. And, you know, hopefully I'll buy it. So he sent an email out, and I was like, at the time, I started trying to get a few clients to do this, like, sales funnel stuff. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had already a few little clients to myself because I left that business, and I'd already attracted a few clients paying me no money at all. Like, they were horrible clients, like people who are like terrible. Like, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd see like texts from them, messages like, have you done my email? Have you done my landing page? I hate you, you know, those kind of things. And those were my clients that I had. And I had these awful clients, and I was like, right, I'm going to join this program when he launches it. So the day came, he launched the page, and it was like, I think it was $8,000, just like with no strategy, like selling it on the page, because he was so good at launching these products. He's like honestly the god of launching products online. And basically I was like, okay, there must be a payment plan. So there's a payment plan. I was like, $1,000 every month for the next like 10 months. I was like, awesome, I'm in, let's do this. And I signed up for the course. And from that program, that's where it already started for me, like where I am now. It kind of started for me there because, number one, I just realized that I just bought a high ticket product without even speaking to anyone on the phone. I was like, what the, this is crazy stuff. Number two, when I was in that program, like, it was the best thing I've ever done in my life because we were all working in a group together, and the training was really, really good. And I felt part of a community. I felt like I was like part of something bigger, like something really awesome. I felt like the value really came from that, like the community, the aspect, like being together with other people and learning this thing. And I started implementing some of these ideas that I was learning. And what happened was I went to an event one day, and I was running some ads for it was a training company in London, and they were trying to get bums on seats, like an event, you know, that like an event kind of marketing. They're trying to get bums on seats. And I was doing some marketing for them. Like, I'd managed to find this person as a client. I don't know how. I think she messaged me on LinkedIn. I have no idea who the hell messages you on LinkedIn and like, I want you to be my person working with me. So that was really random. But anyway, at that event, I met this big personal development influencer. And I was having a chat with him, and I was like, let's connect in a couple months' time when you're back from wherever you're traveling, and we'll talk about how I can help you with your sales funnels. I didn't have a clue about sales funnels, by the way. I had no idea, really, like literally no idea. I had, you know, kind of a little bit of a clue, but like really no idea. And so I was on the call with this guy, and we were talking through what he wanted, what he needed. And I was like, yeah, we need everything. You need all these funnels, every single thing you need. You need a quiz. You need a low ticket tripwire funnel. You need affiliates over here. You need a webinar funnel. It was like all of it. And on the call, I was like, oh shit, you know, all of these things, I'm going to charge him £2,000 for all of that stuff. It's going to take me like months on end to do. And it was in that moment, I was just about to say the price to him, and where I said, like, just came out of my mouth. I just said, that'd be £10,000, please. I literally just said.
Oh my God.
I was just like, 10,000. And I was like, all he could say is no, like, it doesn't really matter. But if I do it for 2,000, I'm going to be depressed for the rest of my life. And that's when you said yes. He was like, yeah, that's okay. I was like, what? He said, yeah, that's fine. And it was in that moment that I realized, holy crap, you can sell things you can sell things for a lot of money, and people are going to say yes to them. It it was easier to sell something more expensive, like more higher investment than it was to sell something like lower investment. It was just way easier because the client is at a different level. They're at a different mindset. They're like in a different place.
Yeah.
So, so I sold this guy and I was like, right, I love this thing now. I love like making a high ticket sale. I mean, this thing is awesome. Like I can make like a high ticket sale. Like, oh my God, this is so, who wants to make a high ticket sale? Like, let us know in the comments. Who wants to do that?
Type high ticket. Hey guys, hey Robert, hey Jason, hey Huang, hey Seth. Thanks for joining us, you guys. All right, so you sold a $10,000 package, and then
yeah, so it was like a done for you marketing service. I was building a funnel, I was building a quiz, I was building ads, I was like doing a whole freaking thing. I was like, yeah, look at me, I'm the best. I know what I'm doing. I am the best. I had no testimonials, by the way, and I had no results at all. I had zero of anything. So I was like, what is going on here? This is crazy. It was one of those universe moments, you know, when like the universe helps you out in some sort of way and you're like, oh my God, what? It's crazy. Anyway, so let's fast forward 1 or 2 months down the line. He refers me a client straight away. I still haven't finished his stuff. He refers me a client straight away. And again, I sell her $10,000, boom. She pays me payment plans, all great. Now I've got these 2 clients. Okay, and maybe I made like $10,000 or something in a month, and I was like, awesome, I'm like the man, I know what I'm doing here. But then it became a real big problem, like a seriously massive problem, because because anyone knows that if you're selling a done for you service, so who's selling any done for you services? How long ago was this? Oh, about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, sometime. How did I find the 10K? How did I find the 10K client with no results? I went to an event and I had actually marketed the event for someone. I was doing like Facebook ads to get people on at bums on seats at an event. So I had no idea how I did that either. I was like put some ads together and like it worked for some reason. And then he was one of the speakers at the event. And then I was chatting to him afterwards, and basically he saw that I got all these bums on seats, so he was like, oh my God, obviously, like, he knows what he's doing. So that's how I got the 10K client. So he already saw a bit of results from that, but literally, it was just completely no idea how I got that client. So anyway, I had another client now, this woman client, and Andy. And now Andy and Nicola were both selling coaching, okay? They were both selling information, expertise online, like knowledge. And that's how it's kind of started me in this kind of world as well, because I kind of really love that whole idea of, hey, they're selling like a product, which is like their information. They're like selling it as a product, like as a course. They were selling as a course, right? But Andy was doing a group coaching offer, so a course and coaching, like talking on Zooms and stuff like that. And Nicola was doing a similar thing, my other lady client. So the problem, what was my big problem? What was like this awful thing that was happening? So number one, I had no systems. I had one person helping me out. Okay, I had one person helping me out. I didn't have a clue what I was doing as well. So I was doubting myself every 5 minutes. Am I doing the right thing? Is this the right strategy? Are they even going to get any results? This kind of thing, right? Yeah. And that's when I spent pretty much all the money on trying stuff, like trying different things here, like living myself, not understanding how to manage my own finances, like spending it on rent, like all this stuff. Like the money literally goes quickly, but I still hadn't finished those projects for the clients, right? So it was like this whole chicken and egg situation, because I couldn't take on any more clients because I didn't have the capacity to, because I was doing all the work for these other clients. Okay, yeah. If anyone's been in this situation before, like, you know, this is like, it's really horrible. It's like I was like depressed. I was like lying on the sofa, like, boof, like shooting in the head. And I was trying, because I had people wanting to work with me. I had more referrals, but I just couldn't take them on. And I was quite young still at the time, and I didn't really understand, like, I didn't grow, like, I hadn't grown in the way that I have now, like, mentally, in my capacity to, like, take on more challenges and so on. I was still pretty much, like, going out all the time with my friends, like, getting drunk, and, like, basically being an idiot. And that doesn't help your mind state. Like, I don't know if anyone's doing that right now, that's cool, but the problem is, if you do that all the time, then you're never going to be in a place where you can like just keep pushing the momentum forward and like keep moving and helping people as well. So that was my situation. I was really down. I was like kind of not in a great state of mind, and I had no money, but I still had these clients that I was delivering to. Otherwise, they would have got pissed off if I didn't deliver to them. And I needed more clients and more stuff. So what happened? What was the situation? Well, we were finally getting to the end of this client, this personal development influencer, his launch. We were launching a product for him. I'd never launched anything in my life. But that program I was in actually taught me how to launch something. That like $1,000 per month thing I was in, that mastermind that I was in, was actually teaching me how to launch this thing. So I was like, wicked, I'm being shown how to do it. I'm just going to copy what I'm being shown and do it with this client. And what we did was we created this very simple system, and we launched a $3,000 high ticket coaching program, which is an online course with group coaching and like a lot of support. It's a very simple thing to deliver, like uber simple. You just have one call a week with all your clients. It's like very highly leveraged.
That's what I have for my class.
There we go. See, there we go. So it's the model. It's what people do because it works. Like even when you're at scale, you have one call where everyone can ask you questions. You might not have everyone on the call, but you can have questions. So people ask them. That's what all of the top people online do. Like anyone, that's what they do because it's the best model to do. It's the most leveraged model. And it's the model that gives you the best results, right? I only care about results because results are that grow your business. So anyway, we launched this thing, and at 4 a.m. I'm sitting there, like I'm doing all the emails. Like I now have like this person helping me in the background. We have like another person. We have like 2 people helping now, like helping with the emails. But I'm like literally writing them, like minutes before they're supposed to go out, like blah, 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 blah. Because I was like, I pressed send on these emails, and it was like a 2-week launch. And on the first day, boom, like at 4 a.m. I was like staying up, my eyes were like this, like worse than I look now. It was like,
oh my gosh.
I was like, yeah, one to many, Hilton. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like you're back into the drag of working every day. Yes, absolutely. Delivery, always a big pain. It doesn't have to be. So anyway, right. So I was there and I looked awful and I went to sleep and I was like, we failed. We didn't do anything, we failed. And when I woke up in the morning, I looked at my phone because I had Stripe connected on my phone, and I looked at my phone and I was like, holy shit. Sorry for my language, anyone watching this. Apologies. I was like, holy cow, what is going on? And we'd made $6,000 just like in like a couple of hours, because I went to sleep and it was still running. It was an automated webinar, but like live, and it was launched at live only once. It was launched like one day, and it came through. I was like, oh my god. And then I checked PayPal and another $3K had come through of that. Okay, so it was like $9,000 or $10,000 launch in just a few hours from a very small ad budget, $1,000 ad budget, and a very small list. And that's when I realized, I was like, right, okay, I like selling high ticket products, and this whole like selling a course thing is obviously the thing to do. People are buying a $3,000 thing like in like just a few hours. Like this is obviously what I will be doing. Like I want to do this more. This is really cool. Like this is amazing. So fast forward like the next month, like a couple of months down the line, now I'm like got the bug for this thing, and I'm like, this is seriously cool. And I said to my business partner, by this time I had Mantas, who's my business partner. So what I want everyone to do is come join our Scale Your Expert business group, because you'll see Mantas in there. He's an unbelievable human being. I first met my business partner. This is my business partner for my current business. Yeah. I met him at that event, and he started working for me, and I was paying him like $2,000 a month, like every month I was paying him. And then I got to the stage, because I had like no capacity, where I couldn't pay him any money. And I was like, oh my God, I can't pay him any money. But he was still staying up until like 2 a.m. in the morning. Like he just loved it. Like just even he doesn't care about being paid. And I was like, what is this guy? Who is this weirdo? Like he's such a weirdo. Why would anyone do that? Like why would anyone work for nothing and like just stay up all night working. I was like, what? So that's when we decided to, I was like, look, we'll just work together now because you're obviously like a legend and I want to work with you. And so that's how I met my business partner. So by this point, I have a business partner, and I say to Mantas, I'm like, look, we're doing these courses and stuff for our clients, and we're now being kind of successful. We're helping them make sales, high ticket sales, like through their system, and they are attracting clients, like high ticket coaching clients. And I was like, why can we not like do this ourselves? Obviously we need to do something like this ourselves because we have no capacity. The done for you stuff is killing me. I hate it. I just it's awful. So we went back to the drawing board, and we literally went back to the drawing board, and we were like, okay, how are we going to do this? How can we do it for ourselves? Like we had a lot of fear. I don't know, whoever's watching this, a lot of fear. If you're thinking about launching a course or a program or something of that nature, you might be like, oh, but there's other people better than me. Oh, but there's like other courses that are just better than what I could ever create. Or like there's other stuff that like obviously other people could go and grab. Let me know in the comments if you have any of those feelings.
Fear, if you feel like that imposter syndrome, like who am I? There's so many people out there doing the things I want to do. If you can relate to that. Hey Jonathan, hey Christopher, hey Simon, hey Rich. Thanks for joining us, you guys. If you're here live, hashtag live and smash it. Okay, smash it. I want the rest of the group to know that this is going on. And yeah, so if you guys are just joining, George was telling us his story about he actually started getting results for his clients doing $1,000 launches, you know, or more for like a few hours of work. A few hours of live. And then now he's like, well, what if we do it? Instead of like getting results for our clients, what if we enter this space? And that's where we are right now.
So I was seeing these other like marketers doing like kind of what we wanted to do. So they have like a funnel, and then at the end they're selling like a program, right? They're selling a program, and I was like, right, this is exactly, I have to have tea before it goes cold. Who likes tea? I love coffee, but I like tea too. Who likes? I'm from the UK, so we basically live on tea. My mum is basically a tea bag. So she drinks so much tea that I get worried sometimes. Like every time the tea has ended, like she's like, another tea. I don't know if anyone else has that situation with them.
My mom is a tea bag. I'll have that as the thumbnail.
Both, yeah, both are lovely. As long as you're one step ahead of the students, you are a one-eyed man in the land of the blind. Correct. But I want to go a little bit deeper on that whole being like one step ahead, because actually when you get serious results, like our clients are doing 100 grand a month now with our system. So like we're at serious results now. Once you have such confidence in your results and like you have results, like you have them to show, you can literally show people the results. Yeah. Then like there becomes a different level of like, yeah, kind of being one step ahead when you're first starting is important, but actually you must have a real expertise, right? You must have a wise expertise in your space if you want to sell high ticket stuff online. So anyway, where was I? I was like having a cup of tea, and then I forgot where I was.
Tea bag, and then you were like, why don't we do this for ourselves?
Oh yeah, why don't we do this for ourselves? Yeah, that's it. So I did what any great marketer would do, and I modeled my competitors. So I was like, right, they're doing it like this, so I'm just going to copy exactly what they're doing. Not obviously their messaging, but I'm going to copy literally what they're doing, the funnel structure, like kind of how they're delivering. They're doing like kind of a program with like course modules and so on. And okay, we'll just do that. We've got a successful result. We used the webinar funnel, and we used a product and like we had that whole system. That was kind of the one thing that we did really well with. So we were like, well, we'll teach people how to do that, because obviously that works, because it worked for our clients. So if you guys right now are thinking of doing a course or a program, or you've got a course or a program, the most important thing that you can ever do if you want to sell things high ticket, like if you want to make a high ticket sale every single day, which you can do, like today I made another high ticket sale, the day before I made another high ticket sale, right? £4,000, like doom like that. Then you need to be selling a result. You need to be selling something that people want, like in the future, right? You need to be selling, like, for example, Kim, she sells how you can create a Chrome extension, right? That's the result, like a Chrome extension that you can make passive income or money with, right? That's the result that Kim's selling. So people will pay a lot of money for the result that you are providing. So don't sell your hours, don't sell your time, don't sell coaching. Like all that stuff's crap. You want to be selling results. You want to be selling like, hey, I'm going to give you the step-by-steps to saving your marriage, for example. Like your marriage is going to be saved. Otherwise, I'll give you your money back. Literally that kind of results. That's kind of the thing we're talking about here. So we were like, right, we'll do a program and we'll see how it goes, because we know that if we create this thing, we can scale exponentially without getting stressed out because we're not trying to deliver all this stuff to clients.
Yeah.
So then we got on to doing it, and we were like, right, we'll kind of have an idea of what we're going to do in the program. We're not going to make it first. We're going to like take some beta clients through it. You know, that whole like beta course thing that everyone does. And we're like, we'll go find some clients and we'll go and do it with those clients and work out the kinks and work out what's working and what's not working. So what I did was I just went to Facebook, like we're on now. Okay. I went to organic Facebook and I literally just started messaging everyone. Now, at this point, I have no money. I literally have I have zero money. I can't even buy a coffee for about 4 months. For 4 months. The reason I could survive is because my friends gave me money. I was living with friends and they literally loaned me like money.
Why don't you have money? You got results for your people. Aren't they paying you? Where is that money going?
Yeah. So maybe let me make sure the story is all congruent.
Okay.
So the client that we got the big launch for, remember, he paid me all that money, and that money was not there anymore. Right? It had already gone. I spent months and months doing his project, and we got the result. Yeah, woohoo! We got the result, but that was it. That was it. Like I had no more money, and yeah, literally, it was crazy, honestly, crazy stuff. And so anyway. Whilst I had very nothing, I literally had absolutely nothing. It's crazy. I had Mantas to pay $2 grand to, but I couldn't even pay him. And basically, what I was like, right, I have nothing. I need to go and make something out of nothing. So what I did was I went to Facebook. I went to organic Facebook marketing. And I just messaged every single person. I went into a group. I delivered value. I was like, hey, look, I got this great result for someone. This is what I learned. This is what I did. This is how I structured it. Like, this is what I was doing. If anyone else wants help, let me know, whatever. I'm happy to give value, whatever, jump on call. And I just messaged people on Facebook Messenger. And the crazy thing was, I actually had some people speak to me on the phone. And I said to them, hey, look, we're going to be launching a program to teach you how to build a high ticket course and program and sell it. Build a funnel to bring you clients, build a funnel. We actually changed it from selling directly on the webinar, because it's very hard to do that, to having strategy calls with people. So they watch your webinar and then they come to a strategy call with you. That's the kind of thing we were teaching and showing. And I had a group of clients. I had 4 clients on that first group. Okay. They all paid me $6K. Right. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, this works. Oh my God. And I would spend the whole week before the client started that module, making the module. I was making the module, creating the training a week before they started it. And I took the clients through this 3-month process on how to go from nothing to how to go to getting loads of clients. And it was awesome. Number one, it was really awesome because it changed the whole dynamic of how you work with clients. Because remember, I was working done for you. The client would expect us to do stuff hey, have you done my stuff? What's going on here? To, hey, I'm the expert. They're coming to me to learn stuff. By the way, I don't know what this funny mark is. It's some rubbish I got on my top.
And it's not that noticeable.
And it's so good that people actually enjoying it. Funnel to strategy call, hard to sell, high ticket on a webinar. Yes, correct. What do you think about starting with a beta group of students? Yes. So we did start with a beta group of students. And so what happened was I took these 4 people through the process of how to find their target audience, how to be more refined in their messaging, and then how to build the webinar, all kind of stuff you might have heard before. And I quickly noticed that when they got to the webinar part, they were basically terrible and they literally didn't have a clue. like it was so hard. Like I even found it really hard. And I realized very quickly that, okay, that part of my program I need to make really, really good, because once they get a really, really good webinar training, like a really, really good one that convinces and persuades someone to buy before they ever get to you on the phone, then it's going to be a really powerful asset for you to have in your business. So what I then did was I spent the next whole entire year, spending months on end, like literally months on end at my computer, building the best training program in the entire planet. So it's not just like videos that you spend like 10 minutes, just like walking you through on Facebook. These are like deep dive, like psychological systems that I teach you, like, okay, from here, this is why you're doing this. This is like examples. This is like the system. This is what you need to do step by step, like giving them everything they need to generate high ticket sales. Because I was thinking, right, if I make this thing really, 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 really good, just this one product, I'm not trying to create lower ticket products that a lot of people do. They start with like, I know you've got a lower ticket course or so on, and that works, right? But I was like, if I can make this one high ticket thing really, really good, because I was learning off another mentor, Sam Ovens. If anyone knows who Sam Ovens is, he's absolutely, like his way of thinking, I really adopted his like simplicity mindset and like making everything the best. And when I did that process, I was like, maybe I'm not going to get as many clients right now. I still get a few clients to join the program, and I'll take them through. And I changed it from group to one-on-one because it was more manageable for me. It was less it wasn't as fast paced as the group stuff. It was like more one-on-one stuff. So I was doing one-on-one, but not done for you. I was actually showing them and coaching them through how to do it, just while I was building out the training system. So I was building out this amazing training system, and I knew that if I like just kind of stuck at it, and maybe I wasn't making a lot of money for a while, I was making like maybe like up to 10K a month, like every month kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I knew that once I built this training product, that my clients would get like results. They would actually get results, because the more my clients will get results, the more clients I'm going to get. That's just how it kind of works. So I took that decision to go really deep on creating the best product I could ever create. And now, since making the best product I could ever make, my clients are like getting incredible results. For example, my client Moran, he sells how to buy a business online. Go check his website, acquisitions.com. Like the domain name itself was 25 grand, so that was pretty cool.
What? Acquisitions.com?
Yeah, he's a legend. So go check out that. And like this guy has the same, like the system, right? He has one core offer, high ticket, and he's now making 100,000 a month in a very short period of time, like less than like 12 months, pretty around that. And you know, like that's crazy for me to go from like not really having a clue what I was doing to like now helping people hit 100 grand a month. And actually that story is amazing. But what really excites me is my other clients who like, or maybe a little bit aren't as savvy in business, aren't as good at sales, and they go from literally nothing to like 10K a month selling their leveraged product, their product that they only have to spend 1 hour a week on group calls because they built the program, right? Like those stories are really powerful for me, because it's like, this has changed their lives. They've gone from nothing to like 10K or nothing to like 20K. And that's what really excites me, because now I have a product and a system and a whole team. We have 9 people now that work for us at Expert Freedom, and we are literally helping people find freedom in their lives, like do what they want to do, go traveling. My client Nick just came back from Thailand with his wife whilst his business was growing, whilst he was making high ticket sales. Literally after he would come back from the beach, he would like jump on a call, make a high ticket sale into the program. And like that's when it kind of really became real for me, and really became like, okay, like I'm literally doing this myself. I'm like making high ticket sales and I'm doing this. And a lot of people I speak to like might say, oh, but I'd much rather sell a lower ticket product and like have less involvement on the front end and kind of like be a little bit more detached from the whole situation and not like get on phone calls and sell a high ticket thing. Well, the thing is, when you're trying to sell lower ticket products, especially when you're trying to scale them through advertising, your profit margins go down like a ton. Like your profit margins go like down like this, like a lot, especially when you're trying to scale, which isn't a big problem. But especially when you're first starting out and you're trying to sell and you're trying to package your expertise, remove yourself from one-on-one coaching or remove yourself from done for you work, or and try and scale up your impact. It's better for you to sell a high ticket thing first, a really, really high ticket thing first. Like $3,000 is minimum you should be charging. And then with that income, you can then invest in some lower ticket ads, like lower ticket products to bring more people in. I mean, that's kind of my philosophy on that whole matter, because even when you sell your low ticket products through ads, like I'm talking about ads here, because if you want a real business, you need to run paid traffic like every single day, because then you can have leads coming into your business all the time and you can actually grow. And typically the reason why people have low ticket offers, like $97, $7, $400, whatever, those kind of products, is because on the back end, they're going to be selling them coaching on the back end. So they're liquidating their ad spend, they're getting leads and all of that stuff for free and maybe making a little bit of money. But then to make the actual real money, you have that higher ticket core offering on the back end to like scale up your income. So that's kind of my situation. That's kind of my story. I kind of went on there for a bit.
Wow.
But yeah.
Great story. Simon,
That's crazy.
and verticals you are most successful in? So it's high ticket.
What verticals are you most successful in? Okay, so you probably mean like specific niches. So really it's I truly believe that anyone with a true wisdom and expertise and real results, so you already have clients and you already have testimonials, like this stuff will work for you like that. I could literally help me make a high ticket sale tomorrow. Like if you already have clients and already have results, then this is perfect for what you need to do. Now, what verticals? So just to give you a broad like understanding of the different verticals, like we've got people teaching you how to buy a business instead of starting your own. That's more acquisitions, really, really cool. I've got personal development coaches who like have alpha mastery programs and stuff like that to help men like become more empowered and more confident. They're working well. I have a feng shui program, like consultant doing feng shui, like crazy thing. You might be like, what the hell's that? Like they don't buy that. She's doing really, really well because the market like irrationally passionate about that. They love it. I even got one of these because she told me to get this like a amethyst crystal because it like brings you more wealth and great happiness. So I got that, and then we've got clients doing dog training, high ticket product for dog training, meditation stuff, like weird kind of niches like light body activations. Kind of the weirder your thing is, the better you're gonna do.
Activations, I just heard about it recently. It's an actual whole industry. Like it's insane. I didn't even realize that that's a thing. But yeah.
The weirder you can get, the more like crazy your message can get. And really, whatever you've got, doesn't matter whatever you're selling. Honestly, it doesn't matter whatever the hell you're selling. The most important thing is your message. Like, and what does that even mean? Well, everyone gets it wrong. They're boring. They're too like hidden away because they think like they've just got to be a marketing consultant or they've got to be like a men's development coach or something. You've got to make your thing really exciting and really unique and really different and curiosity based. You've got to make your messaging really cool. For us, it's like our headline on our webinar funnel right now is how to make $74,800 per month using and scale your expert business using the freedom system. Like, so our message like this freedom system, because it really truly helps you get freedom, right? And that's like a crazy message. No one's really heard of that before. So it's really important that no matter what you're doing right now, you need to come up with a big idea, like a core message for what you're doing that encapsulates what you're like, the result that you're helping people to sell. And that's the thing that will position you differently in the market from all your competitors. There's so many people doing a similar thing to what we do. Like there's loads of people, but the reason why we've done pretty well and the reason why we're growing really quickly right now is because we have a very clear message. We know what we're selling to them. Like I have the results, so my confidence on calls and stuff is like really, really high, which is fine. But I know what I'm selling, and also I have what was I gonna say? Yeah, the message. The message is new. It's like unique. It's like a new way. If you've read Expert Secrets, anyone in here who has, Russell Brunson goes on about the new opportunity. Like you have to present your thing as like this new opportunity. I call it the new way. You're like giving them a new way to what they want. So you might have heard a million people talk about how to launch an online course, but we show you how to launch an online course using the freedom system. And the freedom system encapsulates like everything they want, all your desires, all your wants and everything. And once you build the freedom system, then you're going to have everything that you ever want. Like that's the kind of message that we have in our webinar. So the messaging is the most important part. What about a psychic K? What about psychic K? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means.
Robert, if you can elaborate, what do you mean by, like psychology? Psychology, you mean? I don't know.
Anything, I swear, Malo. If you have results and you can take someone from A, which is, in order to make this work, you need to have over here, I ain't got that thing, or whatever their problem is right now. So your problem might be, for some of you, it might be like no income online or like low income online. And like over here, your result is like $10,000 online. Like, that's the result that you're selling. So whatever you've got, okay, even if it's like you're helping with meditation. I just took on a new client today. He's just joined our accelerator starting at the end of May. Giovanni, he's helps people with anxiety. So their problem is like real crippling anxiety. And the result that they have is like no anxiety anymore. It can be as simple as that, literally. And once you've got that, you know, okay, they got anxiety and they don't want anxiety. You can sell a high ticket program to those people. Honestly, you can. A lot of it comes through your mindset and like the belief that you can actually do this and the belief that you can actually do it. But it's far easier to sell like a few people a high ticket thing than it is to sell like a lot of people a lower ticket thing initially when you're starting out. So yeah, what system do you use to hosting the courses? Rich, cool. So this is a great question because I get this question a lot and I'm gonna have a great the thing is everyone gets really like caught up in like what platforms, so on and so forth. And I've tried every single platform. On me, I do this as a business. I have to know what's the best one. A lot of people use Teachable, Thinkific, Pathwright's another cool one. I don't know what you use, Kim, but my recommendation is you don't need any of that stuff. Like all that stuff's just extra that it's just crap. You don't need. You only need ClickFunnels. You only need ClickFunnels. If you're using anything other than ClickFunnels, the only time I would recommend anything other than ClickFunnels is if you want to have a custom coded membership site, because all of these other membership sites, number one, you can't customize them how you like. So there'll be limited functionality. Like not one of them has all the functionality that you want. Not one of them has all of it. So number one is that. Number two, you're going to have to pay double, because if you're using ClickFunnels or a software like that to like sell your thing, then you're going to have to pay for another tool with another membership site tool, right? Mm-hmm. So I recommend all my clients to use ClickFunnels. Like also you can try Kajabi, but we've built everything using ClickFunnels. Why? Because it's so easy to track all of your stats and all your numbers. It's so easy to add all of your tracking and all your integrations to it. It's just great. I mean, I absolutely love it. I'm a bit of a brand evangelist. I couldn't care less what you used. I could not care less what anyone used. But all I care about is you actually making the sales and getting the results. But use ClickFunnels because the membership site on there looks epic. It looks so nice. Like our membership site looks really nice. And I care about design. Like, look, I love paintings. I like paintings over here. Like, I love design. So design's a big thing for me. ClickFunnels.
Yes, ClickFunnels all the way. Yeah, mine is on ClickFunnels. But like you said, it's like I was selling my course before I even have ClickFunnels, and it was just videos in a Facebook group. That was it. That's it. And you can
Facebook group. That's how you start. That's how you start. How did you get going with your course then, Kim? Did you do like a beta launch, or how did you get going?
Yeah, I sold my course at first for $7. The whole course for $7 because I'm like, I don't know what to price it at. And I didn't even create anything. So guys, it's going to be $7. I have nothing. And then people started buying into it. So I'm like, okay. And from there, I started talking to my students and develop it out that way and increase the price a little bit, and then now it's at $9.97. But you're totally right in that it's easier to sell a high ticket item than it is to sell a bunch of small ones. I struggled kind of to sell like the $7 products. Because I don't know why. It's so much easier psychologically when you tell someone, hey, look, these are the results and it's really cool. It's going to change your life because that's the truth of it. And this is the price. And a lot of times they're like, I don't know the psychology behind it. I'm not in this industry as long as I don't know. What I do know is like, okay, this is an awesome price for this program. It could be easily more expensive and it will be raised to the price. But I'm like, wow, this is such an awesome price. Like when I talk to people, it's an easy sale to me because I'm like, this is so amazing. It's such an awesome price. and
when you like now you're selling your thing for $9.97, which is awesome. Like I want everyone to ask as many questions as they can about like anything that if they want to do something like this, if like any of you guys, anything that you have around selling a product for $3,000, like any like false beliefs that you might have around it, anything that means that you couldn't do this right now, like let me know because I want to answer those questions. I want to help you to overcome any of those worries or fears that you have. But Kim, like I guess when you're selling your thing now for $9.97, and when you're selling like quite a few of them, the more that you sell of them, the more you realize that actually it's easy to sell it at that price, right?
Yeah. I'm finding it easy to sell at that price, but also because I'm seeing results from the people. It's not like completely brand new. So when I talk to someone and they like hit me with something like, oh, but does anyone get any results? I'm like, yes, they do. So I have that confidence, but don't you have to have that? No, you're saying no, you don't, right? You don't need to have like any kind of results. You could sell something high ticket without those results.
Yeah. So you can sell. So yeah, like I said to you at the beginning, I just changed my light because my light was all funny. I've gone all like funny colors now.
Oh, Chris Weiser, he sells around, he's told me 60-ish copies of his course every month, and his course is $9.97 as well.
Nice.
And he sells it kind of like super easy on autopilot at this point. I don't know what your numbers are, Chris, but he does live events and everything like that too. So he's at that.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
And I guess my question is, I mean, I'm not at Chris's level. I don't have it all on autopilot or anything. But so what's like the next level for someone that doesn't have things on autopilot, just testing it out? Do you suggest, I don't know, hiring someone to run ads or doing ads to EverWebinar to phone call? Or is that too specific a question? These are
no. So are you talking? So for yourself, are you like for example, how are you currently getting people to buy the course? You're sending them to a sales page, or are you like getting people on Messenger? Are you speaking to them right now?
Right now, a lot of the sales are through webinars, but also one-on-one, like just 15-minute. People would just message me saying, Kim, what about your class? And then I would send them a calendar link. And then they just book a 15-minute call. And during that 15-minute call, they're like, okay, I'm in. Or they'll like, I'll think about it. And then they join like later, a week later or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, so I mean, like in your situation and whoever's watching this, we always want to think about systemization, building more systems into your business. Because the more systemization you can build, the more freedom, number one, you'll have, and the more income that you're going to make. Your income will exponentially scale with the more systems that you actually implement in your business. So number one, you've already built your delivery system, which is the thing that gets the results, which is awesome. So in terms of next steps for yourself or anyone in a similar situation as you, what I would recommend doing is taking one of those webinars, you can do two things. Taking one of the webinars that you've been really successful doing, I'm sure you do them live, you email your list or whatever, and you get them to come on the webinar. Taking one of those webinars and then actually putting it into a webinar funnel and actually start testing some ad traffic to that funnel and actually seeing, okay, are people going to buy on the webinar right now? Are they actually going to be purchasing the product in the webinar? And if you already have testimonials and you already have results, which you do, and you can really build out a great testimonial result page, then I think you'll do pretty awesome from that. But if you're trying to sell a 997 product just on a webinar without too many results, you're not super confident about your product, you don't have the whole product built out yet, and you're not really willing to get on calls with anyone anyway, then it's not going to work for you. You'll end up spending $20,000, $30,000 on ads and actually only make a 1 or 2 or 3 sales. So the way that ads really work is once you've validated your offer, you've tested it, you've already created a webinar that kind of converts to live audiences, which is what you've done, and then just put it in a webinar funnel and start driving traffic and start testing the audiences. What I'd also recommend is actually having, instead of the offer in the webinar, is just going straight to strategy call in the webinar and getting people on phone calls and then doing exactly what you do anyway in your 15-minute, because people are going to convert higher to a phone conversation than they are actually to buy the product directly on the webinar from cold traffic. Okay. But in terms of your situation, yeah, I think maybe you're in the right position to actually go straight through to automating the high ticket product through the webinar, because you've already got the results and you already have the webinar created. So that's what my recommendation would be.
Oh, and when you say webinar funnel, is it like a place I go to, or like, what do you mean? I know that there's a webinar funnel floating around there in the internet, but what do you mean? Like just a funnel that I tried to create one, and it is on my website. It lets them sign in, and then within like a couple seconds, another video plays that says, "Hey, thanks for signing up. You're a little bit early to the."
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead and take out your pen and like turn off all your thing, and then like in a couple seconds, it like sends them to the thing that says, "Don't close this, or else you have to watch it all over again." And then at the very end, that's when a button pops up for them to purchase. Is that it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that it?
Exactly. Exactly. So when it comes to testing ads, it's a completely different ball game. Are you running ads yet to that funnel?
No, I'm before that.
Okay. So, I mean, you know, if you want to start running ads, I mean, you're in a perfect position to do so, I think. But when it comes to running ads, you have to be in it for the long run. You have to be consistently advertising, and also you have to be consistently testing the message. There are different trigger points along your funnel that you can easily identify which area you need to focus on. Is it my message on my landing page? Is it the message in the webinar funnel? Is it the message on the ad? Like, there are different bottlenecks that you can actually assess, and those trigger points you can actually see through the data. Like, you can see which area I need to focus on. Okay, my landing page message is crap. Like, obviously the headline's rubbish, or like they're not converting as much on that landing page. You
told me about my landing page for one of my stuff for QuickLinkConvert, and I did change it. I actually typed it. Anyways, go on.
So you can assess different elements. Like, for example, if your webinar should be converting for your direct selling product to cold traffic at probably between 1 and 2%. Like 1 at 3% is really, really, really good. Like really, really good. So just to give you an example, Dan Henry, if you know who Dan Henry is, he's like a big on, internet marketer. So his 997 course was converting at 1% until he hit $2 million. And then he went and actually improved the webinar. So it was converting at only 1% to cold traffic, and he still was making like a good ROI back on his investment. So those are kind of conversion rates for your direct selling. For your strategy call, it's about 10%. So from someone becoming a lead to them booking a call with you is 10%. So you're looking at, out of 100 people, you're looking at 10 people like having a call with you. And that's why we like going to the strategy call and selling a higher ticket product than 997, because actually you can make more money and your ROI is bigger. Yes, there's a bit more time investment in actually having the calls, but you can outsource those calls. But your ROI is crazy, like 14x ROI on some of those funnels, like when you have a strategy call in place. So you're making $1 in and you're making $14 out on the other end. when you have the strategy call and you increase the product to 3K. You'll make more money basically. But it depends how you want to structure things and how you want to do it. So yeah, those are just a couple numbers. Now I'm just going to answer some of these questions here from everyone. I'm really keen to implement a recurring fee plan, like instead of $997, maybe $497, and then a $47 per month. I mean, yeah, just test it, see if it works. But I want to really ask why everyone's like, recurring is awesome. Like, recurring is great. Everyone has to have recurring in their business. But I mean, number one, you just have to test and see whether or not that price point works, if those monthly membership plans are actually going to work for you. And that's going to take a lot of money in ad spend to test that. Hence why I always go on about go to strategy call first, sell it at a high ticket, and then get the investment to test the lower ticket, more automated style of price points. So that would be my answer to that question there. Best in results is system producing results for you. CF is a great platform after you've begun to make funds to trade the cost because you need all the CF tools. So Kajabi is a good membership site and you don't need all the CF tools yet. When you buy ClickFunnels, you get the membership site included in the standard plan. Okay, you don't need the whole tools in ClickFunnels. You don't need all of them. You get the standard plan, $97 a month, and you get the membership sites included. Just to clear that one up, guys. I've seen a bunch of internet marketers implementing the strategy call method. Yes, Simon, it's because it works. It works really, really well. I mean, like, it works the best. Frank, like, just go look at all Frank Kerr's stuff. He's all going to strategy call. Everything he does is strategy call. Everything he does is strategy call. Look at everyone they're going to strategy call. The only person who's really, really selling the front end offer, because he's got better back end offers, is Sam Ovens, who's selling his 2K product directly on the webinar. But he started off by selling it on strategy call. The best people start with strategy call. Why? Because you can have conversations with people and learn more about your messaging. You can understand their pains, their challenges, their desires more on calls, and then use that to make your messaging even better for your direct selling webinars. Honestly, it's one of the hardest things in the world to convert a direct selling webinar to cold traffic. Once you do it, it's the holy grail, but it's extremely hard. I have an interview in my group from Joel Irway, who's like the webinar king. He makes webinars for like Russell Brunson and stuff, and he goes on about exactly what I'm saying to you too. We kind of sing off the same page. What kind of ad budget? So in terms of what kind of ad budget, what we'd recommend for anyone with a strategy call high ticket funnel, so you have your high ticket funnel going to strategy call, selling your one program, what we'd recommend initially is starting with $750 month one, keeping it really, really small, like super small, because if you've never advertised on Facebook before, it's all a mindset game. So it's important to keep it small so that you can test the water and you can like get a feel for it, right? So start $750 month one, $1,250 month two, and then $1,500 month three. You're giving yourself more ad budget to test. $1,500 a month isn't a lot of money to test ads with. Like, it's really not a lot of money to test ads. You can't test a lot, but that will give you, you'll have strategy calls coming in from that. Just to give you an example, my client Arena, she in her first month with her first funnel got 42 strategy calls at like $30 a strategy call. Like, it was crazy because her niche was so crazy, like Feng Shui. Like, we went really, really awesome with the messaging. She didn't close a single one of them, right? So it's not just about how many strategy calls you get, it's about how many people you close, and that comes with your ability to be really good on sales calls. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to do sales calls. You know, if you don't want to do sales calls, that's fine. Like, maybe this model isn't for you, but the better you get at selling, the better you're going to get at selling anything, right? The more confidence you're going to have, the more you're going to be able to get on Facebook Lives, which is, for Kim, I know, is like one of her main strategies, right? Organic marketing. And the only way that you're so good is because you're really confident, right? You're out there, you're confident, and being really great on sales calls, like, is the number one skill you could ever learn. So yeah, that's that. You got it. Strategy calls are it. Yeah. That is true, Hilton. Strategy calls is what are you selling? What are you selling? Are you selling I see bots and stuff in my free bot group. Look, you can easily sell bots on strategy calls. I mean, that's what you should be selling bots on, is strategy calls, like 100%.
I've had you on this call for a while. Usually I run for an hour. So
Oh,
I don't.
even longer.
It seems like I just love your energy and your spirit.
Oh,
Like it's so
thanks, Kim.
I can so tell that you know what you're talking about, like very, very clearly. But the question still remains for I think some people, like why would they hire you versus going out there? Like if they're already semi-successful, if they're making 60 to 100 K a month or something, um,
Hmm.
doing courses and not even advertising, not even touching any of that,
Hmm. Hmm.
can't they go out there and just try it themselves? Or like why would they hire your team to go
Sure.
and get those extra, like what's the reason behind that? I want to know. Sell me. Sell me. I want to
Sure.
I want to
So,
know.
like, just so that everyone understands, like, the structure of how I do things, that might help anyone on the call to the structure of what they do in their business. We have one core offering on the front end to help people get things started, right? Get their thing going, and help them get more strategy calls, help them make more high ticket sales, structure the offer so that it's more high ticket. And then on the back end, what we have is two things. We have monthly coaching to help support those people continually. And then we also have an agency. So we have Facebook ads guys who literally help you scale, like Moran, for example, who's going to be at 150 grand before the end of the month. So yeah, in terms of that, in terms of helping someone who's already successful, how can I go from, where I am, like as Kim, being really successful with organic marketing, and why would I even get anyone else involved? Well, number one, that would be 100% down to like you and what you actually are struggling with. Is Facebook ads one of your strengths and one of your expertise? And is that something that you want to add to your things of to do, right? Typically people, when they're at scale, they want to have a team. So we have the growth team. That's one of our offers. You want a team of people to support you and run your paid media for you and set up your funnels for you and actually make sure the whole thing is running with the support of someone that knows what they're doing. So in your situation, I think the quickest win for you right now, like why you would even need to have someone as a team, is you can scale extremely quickly with what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, you can make a lot of money once you start advertising, and once you start bringing, initially the retargeting audiences for you are going to be really, really strong, and start bringing more of those sales coming in. This is when you start to make a sale I don't know how many sales you're making a day, but this is when you start to make one sale every day, and then two sales every day, and then three sales every day. And you've got your organic working and you've got your paid working, and together organic and paid create this like omni-channel presence kind of thing, where you're making a sale from loads of different sources every day. And actually your cost per acquisition will be like really, there'll be a really stable level. Like it'll be a really great cost because you've got organic working and you've got your ads working as well. And that's really where you can start to scale things. In your situation, I would just make sure that your actual offering and what you're doing is very simplified, because it's easy for things to get overcomplicated, and you like adding a product here, adding a product there, adding a product there, product, and then suddenly you've got like all these different products, but not a single one of them is like efficiently being sold effectively every single day at scale. And so it's about really, okay, what's that core offering for me? How can I structure that in a way that I can sell every single day, and then really, really like refine it and make it like super streamlined and efficient, like just selling every single day, efficient, and getting more testimonials every single day. So yeah, that's why you would sort of get a team basically to scale
Oh,
up.
Robert says awesome interview. Yay, thanks, Robert. Yeah, no, I
Woo!
telling all that stuff, I'm feeling all of that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it really resonates with me, especially because
Nice.
everything you're saying, it's like coming true, like it is easier to sell high ticket. I do sell
Hmm.
lower ticket because I have higher ticket. I do start making $7 products to back into my higher ticket offers. I'm now every day sales are coming in, like someone's buying $7 here, $30 there, $30
Mm.
here, $97 a month here, and it is disjointed. Like I have all these offers now, and it's like a whole
Mhm.
thing. But the system of delivery, I deliver it, but I don't think I have a machine yet operating at that efficiency, because I do have questions in my classes like, where is this thing and where's that thing? There's still people searching for the information they're trying to find within the course itself. So I'm like, okay, I need to create a roadmap so that this question isn't gone, but just the mere existence of this organization makes me feel like, okay, I don't have a machine yet. I need to make it more of a machine, and then turn on the ad spend.
Yeah, exactly. I think for you right now, just from what you said, so this is like for anyone listening, in terms of there's different seasons within your business. There's like a season of like making sales, kind of getting your sales system kind of working in a way, like, you're bringing some clients in like kind of consistently now, like you're making sales pretty much every day for a different, doesn't matter what kind of product it is, you're kind of making sale a day, right?
Yeah.
Or more than that. So, but what you've just said to me is there's still people saying to you, oh, where are things in the course? Okay, you're just going to blow up when you're at scale, when like hundreds of people are saying to you, where the hell's this? Like, this isn't the best product I've ever had. I want a refund. Like, this isn't the best thing I've ever had. So you want to kind of use this period of time right now to really like kind of slow down a bit and focus on making like I said to you, I spent a whole year making our product like our product isn't just a course that you watch some videos. Our product is like, you're going to a university, but like a results generating university where like you are like becoming a different entrepreneur, because the trainings are so good that like people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like everything's organized, everything's structured. I can literally create my Chrome extension like really easily. It makes sense to me. Even if I was a baby, it makes sense. Like Kim's given us everything step by step. Once you have it in that place, then you'll be really comfortable and confident to scale, because you know that you can add as many people into it and like they're going to be happy with it, right? There's still going to be things that break, but they're still going to be happy with it.
Yeah, people entering now are happy with it. I haven't had anyone request a refund, so it's the information is good because of, I think, the industry that it's in. You can have a Chrome extension up in like 2 days, 3 days, or you could wait like a week or a month to get your Chrome extension up and going. But it's just, I think it's due to the industry that makes it very compelling. You get those quick wins right away. Your first hire, you become a boss, get a Chrome extension, you put it up, you start making sales. But in terms of, I'm thinking a little bit further. I'm thinking of like, how do I, instead of having them make monthly reoccurring from just the Chrome extension, they make a whole system where they're like doing what I'm doing, like creating the packages around that, instead of just selling Chrome extensions, they now have the power to go and sell the system itself. And the system itself is super powerful. And I don't even know that's their goal or not, but I feel like as they're selling Chrome extensions, they're going to become thought leaders in their whatever industry that they're entering. And that's what's going on in my mind right now.
So you're basically in this stage right now where you've become your niche in the result that you're selling. It all comes back to the result that you're selling. You're selling how to build a Chrome extension. Like, you're selling that as the core result, and it's quite easy to start getting, but I want to share more. I've got more to share. Like, I'm doing all this awesome stuff online. I've got more to share. They need more stuff, but they don't need more stuff. They only need the result that you're trying to sell them. What you're telling me now is you want to be more, you want a broader offer that you're showing someone basically how to build this online business type of thing, this kind of system that I'm using. Like, it's a broader offer, which you can definitely do. To give you an example, like when we first started, we were specifically like helping like personal development kind of people, right? And now we help like anyone who wants to sell their expertise and expert knowledge, right? Like, you can broaden what you do, and maybe you can still keep that product and maybe sell a broader product, or just amalgamate that one product using your core result, which is helping people to create Chrome extensions, and then packaging that around like this bigger thing. Like, the Chrome extension is a vehicle to give you the money, but here's the other business like tools that you need in order to be successful with your business. Like, and you could add that into a broader based program. So it's kind of broadening your message kind of thing right now. But I think really right now for you, it's just making it efficiently selling that thing, because you're selling it successfully right now. I think it's easy to get carried away with like wanting to be more broad and stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah.
Be really efficient at selling that result and helping people achieve that result. But make it really, really efficient and make it pay through paid advertising as well, because that's how you can scale really, really quickly.
Okay, that's sound advice. I really like that, and I will listen to you. I already changed my landing page because of your advice. So, well, guys, thanks, Robert, for sticking around. Thanks, Simon. Guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and if you don't have any more questions, I don't want to keep George on for too long, but I really appreciate you, George. You're like such a wealth of information and knowledge that I feel
thanks, Kim.
Eventually I want to reach that point. I have confidence and I have all that, but I still have I'm still trying to figure it out. And I know that I've been in this digital thing for around 6 months now. And to a lot of people that might seem like a long time, or it might seem short time, but to me, it feels like I blinked and then now I'm here. And
yeah, it's not
I have so much to learn.
Yeah. One thing I really want to leave everyone with, have we still got some people on here? It says there's 10, but I don't know, 11 maybe. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's 10 people. 11.
All right. So one thing I want to leave everyone with, and it's very easy to, a couple of things. Very easy to get caught up in this whole internet marketing bubble, or this bubble of online business where I've got to create tons of different products to be successful. And I really want to help people to come to a more simplistic state of mind, a more simplistic way of looking at life. Because certainly for me, I'm someone who can't function with hundreds of things going on. My life is about I have not many things on my phone. Everything's all just simple. Everything is super organized. Everything has to be very, very organized. Everything is organized, because if it's not, then my brain doesn't work. So be very careful not to keep jumping on shiny objects and try to creating new things, because you're never ever going to become a master at building the best damn thing. So Amazon, any of these amazing companies, Google, they just have a core one thing, and they've just made it the best thing in the entire planet. They made that Amazon, the platform, it's the best ever platform in the entire world. Yes, they branched off into different niches, and they can because they've been able to scale, but they've built the platform, the best damn platform. Facebook is one product. There's only one product. It's only one thing. It's Facebook, and they've just iterated it and improved it over time and made it better. So with whatever you guys are doing, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling a little bit frustrated because you're not getting results and you're doing a ton of things, try to simplify to one core, maybe you have a couple of core lower ticket products, that's fine, just put one core offering that you're really focusing on making better and better and better, and making the marketing better and better and better, because otherwise you're going to get into so much complexity, like a sea of complexity that will put you months and months and years. It'll put you years behind everyone else, because you're stuck in the weeds. Where the more simplistic you can be online, the more the better you're going to do, the more money you're going to make, and the easier it is going to it's not just about making money, right? We want to make it easy to make money, and we want to make it easy to impact people's lives. So the simpler you can make that process for yourself, the better, basically. So yeah, that's what I leave everyone with.
Cool. I just got some life advice right there. Hey, Marcus. Yeah, Marcus is my partner for Simple Tools, Big Profits, one of my courses. And he has been in the industry for 19 years, and he's just like a machine with webinars.
Well, yeah, I want to connect with Marcus. Nice.
So Marcus is pretty cool. Hey, Jan, Hilton says, keep it simple, silly. I hope that's what you mean.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Yeah, keep it simple, silly. Thanks, Kim. Really appreciate you having me on in your group. And thanks so much, everyone, for staying with us and watching this. I hope I've delivered some sort of value. And if you want to kind of connect with me further or anything like that, like just add me as a friend. I just love connecting with more people and like having more friends on my Facebook and like learning more about what you guys are doing. And if you're really interested in like checking out what I'm actually on about, then just go to expertfreedom.com and just check out what we've got on there. You can see our client results. You can go watch our webinar if you really want to, which explains the entire simple system for making high ticket sales every day. And yeah, go check it out. You might really enjoy that. But yeah, connect with me as a friend, and really looking forward to...
I'm spelling it wrong, expertfreedom.com. How come it says page not found? But maybe that's
yeah, that's it. The link's right. The link works.
Okay, I'll remove the preview. Hey, Wayne. Okay. Yeah, expertfreedom.com, you guys. If you stuck around with us this whole time, it's very apparent that, you know, George has been through the trenches and he's been through this, and he's figured out a way to simplify selling your expertise online and scaling it to the point where you could make 70 to 100 grand a month if, you know, even...
And that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of it. Literally, like 100 grand a month is like pretty easy once you get it all working. And then it becomes a process of making it more efficient and then exponentially scaling it, because you're just selling the one thing. Like, it's just one thing, making 100 grand with one thing. Like, what? Anyway,
it's one SKU.
One SKU, like super simple.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much, Kim. I really appreciate you having me on.
All right, bye, George. I'm gonna click end video, and then I'll say bye to you. So I'm gonna...
Okay, cool.
End video, and you will be able to choose to save or delete it. Okay, cool. All right, cool. We're done. Thanks so much. You're so eloquent. I'm like, oh my God. I feel like I'm sitting in a webinar right now. You know?
No, I love it. I love it.
With the feelings and the lights and the sound, and that's what I do. Like, that's what I'm doing too with my webinar. I'm like, that moment in my life when I was walking down this asphalt road and I could hear the sound waves of the ocean, and then you're telling me like the rays of the sun. I'm like, that's what I say too. So I'm like, oh my God, am I in a webinar right now?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're made for this. You're not like, honestly, like you're gonna be big time. You're gonna be big time. So I'm excited.
I'm really excited. It's pretty crazy. I feel so lucky to know that this world exists, you know?
Yeah. It's actually crazy because like no one I know does anything like no one makes... I don't know, because I don't know how much some of my friends make, but I mean none of them make the kind of money that we're making like in a month kind of thing, you know, like money you're making as well in a month. You know, not many people make that kind of money, and not many people like have the kind of business model we have where we can just sit on a laptop and like...
Yeah, or do a post and then sell like several thousand. I have friends who are like, what? You can do like 16,000 a day? And I'm like, oh yeah, in like 2.5 hours. And to me, that still blows my mind because I'm still fresh to it. But then the more that it happens, I'm like, wow, this can apply to everyone, and people can...
It's weird, isn't it?
They want to live. And
isn't it weird though? Isn't it like actually weird? Because like, I know it's kind of been a bit of a wake-up call for me recently, because like we're really starting to make like a lot, like more than we've ever made. And it's kind of like, is this even real? Is this even like possible? Is this even like... obviously it's possible, like is this just like, what the fuck? Like, this is nuts. You know, it's because you're affecting like a lot of people at once. Like, it's a mass thing. Like, you're affecting a lot. You're like selling to a lot of people all at once. That's why social media is so powerful. We can sell to so many people all at once. Yeah. Do you have a high ticket thing right now?
Well,
like
my ticket thing is low ticket to you. $9.97. You're like, oh, that's such low ticket. but I will increase it to, I don't know.
Your price point is fine. I mean, what I'd recommend, like if you want to.
Yeah.
If you've got, how big's your list?
The amount of students that come in, or in terms of email completely?
Emails.
Around 2,000. Small.
Okay, cool. What I'd recommend is maybe doing a post or an email, basically inviting some people to calls and selling them the course, just literally the course. Right now, you sell the course with group coaching, do you?
Yeah, it's one call a week. Yeah, on Wednesdays. Group coaching.
I would potentially like sell exactly the same thing, but at 3K.
At what?
Maybe at 3K.
What does that mean? Free pay.
$3,000.
Okay.
So like I'd sell exactly the same thing. Like I really want you to do this because I want you to say, oh my God, it works, George, that's everything. Like sell it exactly same thing at 3K, but then maybe like say it's slightly different in some way, like add an additional element to the offer or something. Like let me know what that might be if you want any help with that. But yeah, set it for 3K. And I think in the next week, I think by this time next week, you can sell like 2 or 3 of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them.
Oh,
with your list.
Just send an email that says, hey,
yeah, basically what you can do is you can send out an email to your list and just basically say to everyone, like, I'm putting together a brand new higher ticket, like not higher ticket, maybe not position like that, but like a more intimate mastermind setting with myself, where we're going to go really deep into how to create what people want. There are people on your list right now who want more connection with you, and they want to have like a bit more of an intimate environment, because they're seeing the course right now as the course and like the group coaching as an additional element to that. What you want to do is like position it as a mastermind. It's like, we're all going to do this together. We're going to help you build your Chrome extension, get it up and running. This is for higher level experts, like higher level entrepreneurs. And we're going to jump on group mastermind calls, and I'm going to take you week by week live through this. And you can give them additionally the program as like the supporting thing, but you're more positioning the group calls as the main offer, and basically sell that as a mastermind and see if people want to jump on my higher level mastermind, like beta offer that I'm launching right now. If you want to talk about it, let's jump on a call, and then on the call, sell them into it at 3K. If they can't afford it, sell them into a either $1,000 per month over 3-month package or $1,200 over 3 months. So you can either have a slight premium, or you can just sell it for like the easy normal, like $1,000 a month. So yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. I already have people asking me, is there something higher than this? Because that's what I want. And I'm like, $1,500 a month for 3 months. And then the guy's like, okay, I'm going to sign up next month. And I'm like, what? Like, I just throw out a number, but I'm like, oh man, I don't even know if I'm getting myself into like trouble or not by making up all these, making up a price randomly. Okay,
so let's keep it simple. It's $3,000 for the 3-month process. How many weeks is your current course? 6 weeks, is it, or something like that?
It's eight weeks. 8 weeks.
Okay, so 2 months then. So yeah, I would recommend say it's 3 months. So it's 2 months of like actual working together, and then it's like an additional month of like calls like we can have together if you have any problems. So it's 3 months. I always like 3 months. 90 days is like a really good time period. It's a quarter, so people can get a lot done in a quarter. So just say like, come up with a cool name. If you want to share that name with me, tell me. And then basically just say that's $3,000 for 3 months. And then they might go, oh, that's a lot, Kim, or whatever. And then they might say to you, oh, is there a pricing plan? And you're like, yeah, it's $1,000 a month over 3 months. And what you want them to do in order to make them, but I don't want to give you like overload you with too much information. But what you can say is basically, typically this program I'm putting together, the price is going to be $5,000. But today, if you can make a decision with me, I would love for you to be one of our beta customers. And for that, I can offer it to you today for $3,000. Okay, boom. And they have to either make the payment on the phone with you. So maybe get like a ClickFunnels payment thing set up so you can like take the payment, or you can send them the $3,000 link after. Or they can sign up with a $1,000 on the call, but they have to sign up on the call if they want to pay for the monthly like that. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but I'll do it. I'll
Okay.
try it out. Who cares? And you recommend like phone, like just no Zoom call or anything? Just
Yeah, Zoom's good. Zoom's good. Zoom's good.
oh,
So
Zoom.
Zoom's good. So call is fine. Like I close a lot of people on the phone. I really close a lot more people now, particularly if they've got a warm relationship with myself, like they already know me. It's better to have it as a video because they really trust you. They're like, oh, awesome, he's on a video. I like you're way more likely to trust someone and spend a lot of money if you're like on a video with them. So it's really up to you, but I'd jump on a video if they kind of know you. So
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'll do that. I'll do that and I'll let you know what happened. And then I'll earn the money and then I'll be like, whoa, this is more insane than, I don't know, all the other last month.
Just give it a go. It would just be fun to try it, you know. Just be fun to get some more going on.
Yeah.
Oh, jokes.
All right. Thanks, George.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.